Hey, I just had an incredibly intense meditation and I was gone for about an hour. And while I was in that state, I traveled to the Sphinx in Egypt. And I I wanted to take a look and see what was inside the Sphinx because every time I look at her, I just feel this immense amount of love. Like she was a labor of love. She was created and carved as an act of love. And so I went, and you know how when I show up sometimes to these places and then I'm greeted by guardians and different spirits. Well, I get there and first I'm much bigger than I usually am. Like giant big. And like it's my energetic body is really big, and I see all these ancient Egyptian guardians that are guarding her, and they see me and they bowed like they were expecting me, like they recognized me. So I'm thinking maybe I had a lifetime in ancient Egypt. I'm not sure. But they welcomed me, and I went inside the Sphinx and I felt her energy. And I'll get to the details in a minute, but before I forget, she is a meeting, a blend, a marriage of kind of like a triple goddess thing. But she has the body of Sekhmet and the head of Isis, meant to be a caretaker and protector, a fierce protector of the land and the people and of the dead who are in the pyramids behind her. And also, she's kind of like Kali. She and Inanna, and I think Inanna is the Mesopotamian or Sumerian equivalent of Isis. And there's also Isis and Sekhmet. They're kind of like a dual goddess. I got the distinct impression, and I'm sorry, I'm just kind of rambling here. I got the distinct impression that all of the Egyptian goddesses are kind of like an amalgamation, if I'm using the right word. They're all one. They're different aspects of one mother goddess. And that's what they were trying to embody in the Sphinx, by bringing together the different aspects of this matriarchal goddess to protect the land, to protect the people, and to guard the dead. And very powerful. And anyway, so I go inside. There's a main chamber where priests or priestesses, some religious figures would go inside and they would do ritual. I see them in a circle and they're meditating and doing some kind of ritual to feed her energy and to awaken her. It's an invocation. And there are these crystals, and I think they're crystals that are left over from Atlantis. Like when Atlantis fell from, I'm getting earthquake, natural disaster, tsunami, when Atlantis fell and people were able to, the survivors or some of the survivors, they scattered across the globe to different places. And I have a feeling it's places where there are pyramids. But anyway, I digress. Some of the people, and they had some of the crystals that were left over from Atlantis and this technology. And one of the places they went to was Egypt. And this technology is how they built the pyramids and the Sphinx and how they did things. But anyway, there's crystals left over in the Sphinx and also inside the pyramids. And in particular, I'm seeing a big clear white crystal that is very key in whatever ritual they would do. And then there's also a big red gemstone crystal, and it goes on your forehead. And so they would go within the Sphinx and they would awaken the goddess and feed her energy and do their invocation. And this was their relationship with her. And also within her, I've heard rumors of this before, so I kind of went looking for it. But in the right front paw is a small area that I get the feeling that it's closed off, like you can't get to it. Well hidden. That's where I think Edgar Cayce spoke of it, like they were some kind of records. But I think this is it's like the knowledge of life. A secret code for human life on Earth. And I also got the distinct impression that there's a chamber near her heart that contains the Ark of the Covenant. I'm not Christian. I know I channel Yeshua and everything, and I follow his teachings, but I'm not Christian. So this biblical stuff I largely see as fables. But I think that there are some grains of truth of actual history that was passed down through oral tradition. But anyway, I got the impression that there's some kind of arc-like thing in her where the heart chakra would be. It was pretty wild. And I was getting fed this code and all of this energy, and it was really quite beautiful and overwhelming and transcendental. And but yeah, the Sphinx is a mother goddess over Egypt, and she's awakening again because the matriarchy is awakening, and she's just waiting for everybody to be ready. And you'll start to see over the next 2-3 decades things starting to awaken again in Egypt. Anyway, that's my weirdness for the day. You stay weird too. Remember to meditate. We are abundance. We are love. We are peace. And we are joy. I love you. And fuck ice.